It's been a really long time since I've done any kind of shop tour, and I have some major renovations planned for a few weeks from now. So here's a look at it as it stands now. First, as I come in the door, immediately on the right is my sharpening station. This is on wheels, so I can move it around wherever I need it to. Along the wall here, I've got my drill press, and this area just in front of the dust collector has kind of become my little sawing corner. I've got my saw bench there, the Krinoff saw bench right next to it. Unfortunately, what's not very good about this is behind the light box there is my saw till. So that's definitely got to move. Dust collector is still sitting here in the back corner. That's going to move all the way up to the front corner of the shop right by the garage door. I just emptied the dust collector, and having to move that dust bag all the way up to the front, it just leaves dust everywhere. So that's going to move up here. For now, my joinery bench is sitting up here, and that is going to move all the way to the back of the shop, directly under that window for some nice natural light. The wood I've got stacked underneath it is all slated for my treadle lathe, which I'll start building in just a few weeks. Of course, along this wall over here, I've got my tool cabinet, I've got my mobile toolbox underneath it, various hardware type stuff, miter box, and right now, all of these base cabinets and drawers, they are practically empty. This is a remnant of my power tool days when I used to have all kinds of little jigs and parts and things like that that needed to be stored away in things to kind of keep the dust, the fine dust off of them. One of the tricks I would say for the small shop is never to put cabinets or anything like that in a fixed position. If you can't roll them around, it becomes really a major inconvenience. My shop is only 13 feet wide, and I have killed 2 feet all the way along this wall. That's 2 feet of space that I really could put to good use. So all these fixed cabinets are getting killed. This wood rack here, which is just overloaded, that is going to stay put, but I'm going to shrink it substantially and have only the wood for my immediate project in here. The rest of it's actually going to be stored on a wood rack I put up in my garden shed. And I'll put the dust collector in this corner. I've got a power tool purchase, believe it or not, in the works, and that's going to be a 20-inch thickness planer. It'll be sitting right where these cabinets are, right next to where the dust collector will be. So that's going to put all the power tools kind of right up against the front corner. For now, I still have a bandsaw over in the corner, but I'm thinking about putting that on the retirement plan. Maybe moving it out of the shop and seeing if I miss it over the next year, and if not, it might be time to sell it. The drill press is actually being moved out to the shop. I need to get it prepared for kind of cold storage and coat it in some cosmoline and everything so that it doesn't rust up on me. And this base underneath it, I may actually convert this into my sharpening station and just demolish this sharpening station. It's just too big. It takes up too much space, and I just don't need this much space on top for sharpening. What ends up happening is it just collects stuff. Right now it's relatively clean because I just cleaned it off, but that, I don't know. I'm still mulling that one over. Of course, right here I've got the planing beam for my joinery bench. I built this as part of a hand tool school lesson to show that you could turn the joinery bench into kind of a full apartment bench and it could serve all your needs. Obviously, because I have this Rubo workbench here, it's just not necessary. So, I don't know. If anybody's interested in this planing beam, anybody wants it, I'd be willing to consider an offer for it. But for now, I may just end up moving it out of the shop and using it only for kind of special purposes or whatever. So anyway, that is, of course, this cabinet up front is all filled with finishes, got a couple clamps and things like that. But this is the whole shebang. There's really not that much space here, and now with all of these cabinets empty, I'm really just feel like I'm wasting a lot of space. So this wall, this entire wall over here, is going to be stripped bare, and I'm going to frame it out with shiplap paneling. Instead of this brick or cinder block wall, it's going to be nice panels, and I'm going to move my tool cabinet and hang it on this wall. So it's going to be close access while I'm working here at the bench. I can just move right over to this wall and grab any tools I need. As I mentioned, the joinery bench will go under this back window for direct sunlight. The treadle lathe is going to go under this window, and all these cabinets, as I mentioned, will be gone. I've got a little mini lathe back behind that lumber. That's not going anywhere at this point, but I will probably move it out of the shop and just kind of put it takes up so little space. I'll probably just put it in my laundry room in case if I ever need it. I'm not sure how much I'll still be using it after the joiner or after the treadle lathe is done. I have a spring pole lathe as well that's actually not set up right now. The parts for it are somewhere around here. Oh, they're in my laundry room, which is through that door. So that's it. If you guys have any suggestions for how I should maybe be utilizing this space a little bit better, I'm all ears, but for now I'm pretty excited to be able to get this wall set up and start to move some stuff around and frankly just move some of the clutter and the junk out of here.